Welcome! Salutare lume și bine ați venit la Galul aici. Pofele, jucăm și noi un Gothic 2. Cum s-ar spune? Continuare. Suntem pe ultima salvare. Place repede. Ei, n-a mai stat. S-aude, nu? S-aude, nu? Oh, s-aude. Bun, și trebuia să intru în... să mă duc spre oraș. Am făcut toate misiunile de la fermă, de la Lobard. Mă duc și eu în oraș. De la asta am vorbit cu el. Trecem pergament. O, salut, sare, Jack Eugen, salut, salut. Haide, mai încoace, mai încoace, mai încoace. Come here. Și am folosit o săgeată degeaba, că nu le-am lovit din păcate. Ăsta știu ce vrea.
Psst. Hey, you, come here. What is it? On your way to the city, and really busy too. Listen, you look like a smart guy to me. I bet you'll go far in life. You're certainly nobody's fool, I could see that right away. Say, you'd probably like to earn a few gold coins.
De ce nu?
Why not? You'll have to forgive an ignorant old seaman. I'm a stranger in the... so I had to find out the hard way that traveling... Now I'm standing here with no idea how I'm supposed to get into the city. I have some extremely important business. You'll help me find a way to get past... About this... Yes?
Și avem mai multe opțiuni. Prima e cea mai care merge. Mituire nu merge. Un permis de trecere nu să-l lase, pentru că nu arată ca un cetățean. Ai putea să nu arată ca un strângător de așa. Hainele de fermiere sunt cele mai bune, pentru că, sigur,
they should let you pass if you're wearing these farmers' clothes.
That's just what I need. Man, I knew I could count on you. Nobody will bother me disguised as a local. Excellent. You did really well. Here's your promised reward.
What? 50 measly?
Gold isn't everything, my friend. I have the feeling that... And who knows? Maybe I'll reach...
Ok. Nu m-aș lua, cred că se intre în oraș. Bun. Salvăm. Băi, mă. Ia nu știu dacă e posibil. Ia să vedem. Nu mai iese mal, dar sunt șobolan. A trebuit să pot cu săgețile. Așa. Da, și cred că puteam și cu armă. Oricum intru în oraș și o să-mi iau mai multe săgeți. De viață, deocamdată, o să mă culc. Nu am de ce să-mi consum porțiunile. Ce mai faci, mă, Jack Eugen? Și Mi zic că lucrez pentru Constantinul și mă las să intru.
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy. We got enough rabble in the city. We have no use for people without money.
Nu?
I'm bringing some herbs for...
Really? Then you won't mind showing me? Looks good.
Intră.
All right.
Nu mai vorbesc cu ăsta, Dan.
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar,
I agree with you completely.
paladin of the king and humble servant of Innos, your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
That's been known a long
Am un
time.
mesaj important pentru liderul paladinilor.
I have an important message for the leader of the paladins.
Strombo Maroma,
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone. Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Ascultă, orașul amenințat de dragoni.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
Nobody ever
That
asked for
can't
my
be
opinion.
true. Another lunatic.
It's a bad
We have
business.
enough unrest in the city as it is. I immediately locked up the
my own
lab.
opinion
We
about
can't
that.
use anyone here who spreads...
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Somebody already
Yes,
Not as much.
the fellow's name
Diego.
was
Oh,
Diego.
old friend.
I
agree
think
with
so
you
in any case.
completely.
I warned him just like you.
It can't go on
But the
like
lunatic-
this forever.
That's really not my problem.
I have come...
The sacred eye of Innos. How do you know about that?
A magician told me about...
I don't know what his
He never
motives
would've
were
thought
when
of
he
that
entrusted
himself.
one of the... But he certainly didn't mean for you.
But
Why won't
I
they
don't want to
listen
hear
me?
any... First you start with fairy tales about
He never would have thought of that himself.
Cetățenii oraș părăsesc dispar.
But he
the
needs to
townspeople
know.
are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every
Nothing
day.
you can do about
It's
it.
most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences. Small wonder that the town's inhabitants
known
are
a
very
long
wary
time.
of strangers right now. So don't provoke them when you're in town. Understood?
În regulă. Explicăm regulile orașului.
All right. Explain the rules of the
Salut,
city to
James.
me.
Oh, ce faci mai mică?
The Honorable
But no,
Paladin
he
Lord
insisted you
Hagen
better.
resides in the
Supporta
upper
speriat
quarter,
trupele
along with his
Can't
troops.
go on like this
That is
forever.
why access to the upper quarter is allowed
That was
only
obvious all
to
along.
honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the paladins.
Don't tell
Only
me
the
you didn't know
paladins
that.
themselves and members of the militia have
Oh,
access
ce
to it.
acolo?
Wouldn't be so
And
sure.
third, whoever is
Cine
accused of a
are
crime
facțiuni
must
trebuie să
exonerate
răspundă în fața
himself with the
comandantului miliției.
commander of the militia. Any questions?
So you didn't know that.
Cum devin cetățen.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered
Trebuie
citizens
să
of the
găsești un loc
town.
de muncă.
But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Unde pot să muncesc.
Where can I find work?
He doesn't
You'll
see
have
that.
to apply as an
Can't help
apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city.
Just like you said.
As soon as a master accepts you, you are a
It's really
citizen
not
of
my
the town.
problem.
However, the other masters must
Hardly
agree to
know
it.
what to believe in.
That's the custom here in Khorinis.
Salutare,
If
Ștefan
you were
Denis.
thinking about
M-am
looking for
pregătit
work
cu
in the
conturi
Harvard district, forget it.
de poliție pe canal ascuns
The
și tractorat
scum
cu
of
cap
the
de
city
oraș
live
și
there.
papa
Don't even
atopsii.
go there.
Ne
You
vedem
would regret it.
în alta zi.
Get that from me.
Poți să pleci de aici.
That doesn't surprise me.
Cum ajung în partea
How
superioară?
do I get to the upper quarter?
Mustn't believe everything.
Say, are you listening to me at all?
Dacă-
You're not
That
a...
doesn't surprise me.
Unde pot găsi colonel orașului unde petreceri noaptea?
Where can I spend?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the
O
city.
veni cu conturi
The
fake.
traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
Da, Ștefane.
Yes.
Așa.
That doesn't surprise me.
Maramo. Știu cine e.
I've got to go.
Trebuie să plec.
If I hear one more time that you are
Ok, ok. Du-te, pleacă de aici.
Wouldn't be so sure.
Și acum să ne căutăm misiuni.
I never knew that.
L-avem părul pe o dată.
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest...
Is it really true?
De fapt, vreau să văd paladini.
I was at...
There's little chance of that.
Așa. Puteți ajuta în partea sus.
Can you help me get...
Me? No, I don't have much say here myself. There are a few people in the lower city who have enough influence to get you past the guards. Mateo, my boss, is one of them. Maybe you should talk to him.
Poți găsi pe Mateo.
Where can I find...
You're standing right outside his shop. Just go on in. He's practically always there.
Like you said.
What about the other
The merchants and master craftsmen here on the main street are the most important figures in the city. You should try to get accepted by one of them as an apprentice like me. Since I started working for Mateo, the people in the city treat me with respect.
I'm no better off myself.
Am nevoie de bani.
I need some money.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
Known a long time.
Pentru că e o slujbă destul de ok.
What do you have to offer?
At the moment, I don't... The damned landowner...
You listen to the wrong people.
Tell me more about the peasants' revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases. But now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back. Mercenaries. The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
That's the first I've heard.
What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony. And their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
Ok. Altă marfă.
Show me.
I'm no better off myself.
Are și o motoră.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Eu am sabie ruginită.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't know why you get so worked up.
Okay.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
174 de bani. Asta înseamnă fie ok.
I already thought as much.
Will it ever change?
Ceva nu prea pot rădăcina dragonului.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Și să culeț. Am bănuți de aici să le desfac.
I'd have gone about it differently.
That was quite obvious.
Mulțumesc.
You listen to the wrong people.
Am făcut 200 de bani. Perfect.
Wait and see.
Mesaj sigilat.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Semnătă dorită. Asta e fața mea. Asta e permis. Asta e de la așa.
Really did deserve that.
Așa. Parcă știu să mă urc să sac ăla. Dar s-a schimbat orașul și dacă pot să mai mă urc. Dar cred că merge.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Nu.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Da, fuck.
Do you really believe
Dacă
that?
încerc, vreau să fac ceva. Dar pot să sar de acolo?
I've heard a thing or two.
Da.
He doesn't see that.
Stai regis că să am nevoie să vorbesc cu el, dar stai că fac altfel.
I hardly know what to believe in.
I agree with you completely.
Nu, aproape. Nici aici. Haide mă. Nu, că pe aici nu pot să sar, degeaba încerc eu. Ia uite-mă pe ăsta. Pai. Vreau să fac ceva. Da, sigur nu pot. că aproape reușit să știu ce vreau să fac. Nu știu dacă îi merge pe aici. S-a schimbat harta. Nu mult, dar s-a schimbat. Am niște chestii acolo care pot să le iau. Fuck. Mai încerc. Adică să fur. Cu alte cuvinte. Nu e ok să furați, dar în joc pe aici ai păcat. Sigur eu știu că săream pe undeva pe aici. A, gata, mă, mi-a sărit. Deci, pac. Și sar aici. Și acum trebuie să salvez și cred că pot sigur să sar până în partea aia. Oricum o să mor de câteva ori până reușesc să sar acolo.
It's not what I heard.
I can't believe that.
Gata. E bun. Din prima. Deci, haine orașului, ia uite, frumos, pac, pac, pac. Tot ce trebuie. Bănuți. Și e bun. Câteva chestii. Nu știe nimeni dracu pe ce aici. E prost, n-aude. Nu trebuie să pun pe câtărlă. Și pe X. Deci trebuia să pun pe X. Dar nu cred că și-a dat la seama. Am furat eu de aici. Acum am salvat dacă e ceva. Gata. Nu știe nimeni. Și acum hai să vedem dacă merge. Dacă zice ăla ceva. Că am furat eu ceva de acolo din Galul. Am și armura. De fapt n-am armura. Hainele orașului. E bune, nu are protecție de aici. Nu e aici, zice, da? O să le pun.
Halt! No one may enter the store.
Why can't any...
The Honorable Lord Hagen has confiscated the goods for...
So why won't they listen to me?
Okay.
It's a bad business.
Thank you.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Am reușit. Asta e perfect.
That's all just gossip.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Da.
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins is taking command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anywhere.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge. If you cause any trouble in this town, I was once in a brawl. He went crying.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
My own opinion about that.
I agree with you completely.
Has any...
Oh well, all's quiet.
Ok, thank you. Acum mergem la Mateo.
What can I do for you?
Ce vinzi?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
250 și am bani.
All right.
The armor has its price, and it's worth it.
Ana mari?
Show me
am bani. 200. Deci.
All right.
You'll love.
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
Nu știu ce a zis ăla acolo. Paladinii au confiscat bunurile.
The paladins...
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the...
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Oh, salut, Mihai!
What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
Deci mă pot ajuta să ajung la partea superioară a orașului.
So, can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here, but it'll cost you.
Te va costa? Ce cere pentru ajutor?
What do you ask?
100 gold pieces.
Oh.
That's a whole damn...
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But...
In principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. Get me the money and I'll help you.
Gata, știu. E fata aia care... Unde pot găsi păgrita?
Where can I... Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece.
How exact?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master... As such, you'll practically...
Okay, ajută-mă să devin un ucenic între aia și...
Help me sign on.
One thing at a time. First fulfill...
Okay. Unde pot înscrie ca ucenic?
Where could I sign?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bosper the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in khorinis.
Pot să le învăț și de la celălalt porțiune și astea pot să fac. Deci, cum mi-au aprobat celălalt mai extrem?
How do I get...
You just have to convince them. Go, but if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance.
Asta nu... E statul de nu partea de sus.
Is there a...
Perhaps. If I think of anything...
Okay. Arată marfa.
Show me your...
Ce mai zi, Mihai? Ce mai faci? Cum o mai duci? Așa... Hai să... Că avem... Asta e armură din pielea, haina orașului. 18... Nu mai am gold, nu-i bai. Am lăsat un link. Un like, un like. Mersi, mersi mult. Deschisem link. Ok, hai să-mi pun armura, mersi de armură. Haina orașului 120 și eu... Ce le vând cu 18, what the fuck? Forță bonus. Whatever, hai să mă culc puțin. joc poate să vadă și mai ok, că are un update, gen să vadă mult mai șmecher, dar zic că se vede destul de ok. Hai, o chestie nouă. Like și aici. Mersi mult, Ștefănuț. Mersi. Mersi mult de like, băieți. Bun. Acum mergem la boss. Salut.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Basper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to khorinis?
Să ajung în partea superioară.
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are?
Mersi mult.
Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
Caute muncă.
I'm looking.
I could use the last one just gave up his. Do you know anything?
Well,
I could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin.
Joci Gothic. Gothic. E șmecher jocul. Mie îmi place. Chiar dacă e mai vechi. Eu să încep să caut cenicul tău.
Before I take you on, I need to know, of course, whether you're any good at all.
What do you want me?
I will teach you how to skin an animal. Then I'll know that you have learned. If it doesn't take you.
Okay. Învață-mă.
Teach me how to.
Right. Listen, you take it. Bring.
Așa, am învățat skinning. Mie e fain jocul, man. Mie îmi place. Ok.
I want to start.
Before I take you on, I need.
Ok, bun. Și dacă aș vrea să devenim și
What if I?
Boulder Dash. Harrod and Mateo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years.
Okay.
And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
Mersi mult. Mulțumesc mult, Ștefănuț.
Why did your...
All he said was that it had become too dangerous. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging. Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
Okay.
Where did you pick that up then?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Așa. Am auzit că cineva a furat de la tine.
I've heard that.
Who told you that? Probably Bart. Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the low... I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire hut. Those bumbling I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. Okay. When I get my hands on that bastard.
Așa, în legătură cu ei, arată marca ta. Arc de vânătoare. Are arc. De fapt, arc, nu, arc. Activitate cerută 10 și mi se pare cam 10. Există un hater care dă dislike la unii oameni, Alex the Wolf. Da, nu știu. Îl știu pe el, adică am auzit de el, dar nu. Centură de piele. Împotriva așa. Dexteritate. Dar hai să vând ceva. Ca să pot să fac rost de bani. Vreau săgeți în dreapta. Și ce arc am eu? Dar nu pot să mă uit. Stai așa. Las-mi la arc. 10-15 la fel. Deci doar vreau să vând ca să-mi fac rost de stare a gătește aia. Că vreau eu să gătesc. Hai să vedem în spate. Să-mi gătesc pulpele de data. Bine, pot să fac bani și altfel. Așa. Hai că n-am multe pulpe. Ce am omorât, știi? Lupi. De fapt am ceva pulpe. Să-ți dau viață sau le vinzi. Da, de vândut costă puțin. E greu, mai greu să faci bănuți. Gata? Gata. Am nevoie de săgeți. Bun, vă spăr. Bun. Acum. Am nevoie de așa. Ăsta e arc 30-25. Ăsta pumnal. Uite aici. Bătă n-am nevoie. Acetă cu așa. Bă. Știu că acum nu asta am nevoie. Alexa. Forță! Vreau și o pulpă de lup. Cât mă costă? Nu știu. Dar de ce n-am prăjit-o pe toate? N-a mers? Unde mi-e pulpele? Tele. De a 1, n-am ceva ce fac. Aș vinde asta, 75 de pulpe. 21, da, 21 de săgeți cred că mi-ajung. Ce? Orașul ce? Hainele și ce? Oraș? Hainele orașului lui. Asta. Ok, mersi. Hai, cetatean. Bun, hai să salvez, că ce știe. Să mai stau să... Ce faci, mă, Alexandru Țocu? Adică Sir Mod, sau cum vrei să zic. Și-a lăsat la fel.
Ah, fresh face. You're not... This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere. No work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
Știi ce-mi zic, mersi acum. Ești tânăr, bro. Să spunem. O de muncă.
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well,
I'm sorry, but I can't, and I have no money to pay.
Okay.
What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other?
All right, I shall give, but you had better get yourself the blessing. Say, are you a man of...
Da, sunt servitor umil. Păi dacă vrei să spui, dacă îmi spun rugăciunile regulat.
Yes, then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing too. Once you have received the blessing of the gods, I shall vote for you.
Că bravo, așa, și mă uitam să văd ce mai e pe YouTube. Da, aproparea ta maestre.
How about...
Da, stai că trebuie să așa, știu mai multe despre încuitor. Asta nu mă învăța acum. De poți gândi niște chestii. Ai avut un ucenic înainte. O să-l aducem înapoi. Asta miliției.
Have you reported that to the militia?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work. But I already regret that. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere in Khorinis without a decent job.
Is that so? Where is Elvrich now?
How would I know? He kept hanging around. I wouldn't be surprised.
O să-l găsesc eu.
How long?
I guess it...
L-au rapid hoți. Am venit în legătură cu Vita.
My niece? What's your Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Greta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this.
We shall see.
Ok. O să-mi dea banii, urâta. Să-i dau banii lui Mateo. Ăsta mă vede. Nu e, nu e Pablo. Credeam că e Pablo. Acolo stă Constantin, nu mai stă în grotă. Și aici și grotă și aici cine este? Că mă...
And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
Și cine este, mă? E diferită. Alte cărți să citesc. Nu-mi dau seama. Ok. Dă de un pat. Trebuie să fie cineva aici. Ce văd eu acolo? Nu știu. În fine. Să rămână, stimată femeie, care face datorii, este datorii la lume.
Hey! What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Greta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorabin.
Galule, în dreapta, în cutia din stânga se află un AVP. Ia și du-te și la minion să-l tunezim. Să-l tunezim? Sau să-l tunăm? Vrei să zici sau ce? Mateo m-a trimis niște bănuți.
He wants his money? And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors. Let me tell you. Such a...
Continuă, spune despre viața ei, despre un fost. Până mâine, spune, dar nu mă interesează.
Cut it out.
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout! All right, here, take the gold.
See, that wasn't so...
And now, will you please leave my house?
Okay. Mă duc la Mateo, uite, a fost violată. Cine, mă? Ia, mă, gold.
Here's your 100...
And? Did she...
None to speak?
Good. You've held up your...
Ok. Acum pot să devin ucenic, stai. De ce nu mai tu, nu? Aș să devin ucenic la...
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
Mă duc înapoi. Mă va ajuta ca...
Your niece had one...
What? The brazen little serpent. That was my gold. She took it from my chest. Give it back to me. I have to pay off Lamar first. Mateo can get his money later.
I've already...
Damn. Oh well. A debt is a debt. At least you didn't keep the money. I guess I should thank you for...
He never would have thought of that himself.
How about... Has Vatra... Not yet. Can you teach...
You have paid Greta's debt with Mateo. You seem to be a decent fellow. However, I cannot do it for free.
How much do you...
200 gold.
Mama. Bine, aici sunt... Dar nu am acum. Ok. Tipa. Ăsta vrea o armă de orc. Uite cum arată aici. Interesant.
Hey,
Brian.
New in the city, huh? I'm Brian. I'm Master Harriet's apprentice.
What's it like to be the smith's apprentice?
Why do you ask? You want to be my successor?
Maybe.
Why not? I'm almost done with my... But not because of Harry. He is a good...
Why do you want...
Because the people here are getting on my nerves. Above all, the other... I still remember what a fuss it was getting accepted as an apprentice with Harry. Really, every one of them jokers had some... I want to decide for myself who I can or can't take as an apprentice.
Who are the other...
Da, ăștia știu cine sunt. Maestru Harad.
Tell me more.
Chiar dacă ne aude.
Can I buy...
Not really. The web... I can...
Înțeles. Și ăsta vrea o armă de orc și știu de unde să-i dau.
Hey!
Pentru căutare de muncă.
I'm looking for...
I could use a new... Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon. Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the... And I won't take...
Okay.
Can I...
The other masters may...
I'm not...
Those are big words.
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orcs of... If you provide...
Ok. Vin și arme. Nu, acum nu vinde nimic. Bun. Trebuie să iau... Cum pot scoate reclama? Îmi apare recente filme și emisiuni. Gen reclamă pe la anumite videoclipuri sau cum? A, reclama de pe YouTube te referi, nu? Asta... Mi se pare că... What the fuck? Ușă?
I know nothing about picking locks.
Ok, asta nu era... E diferită puțin. Da, și trebuie să stai aici. Se aude Constantino cu...
I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key.
Mă, Constantino. Deasupra mea? Aici? Eu nu l-am văzut. A fost aici, n-am văzut pe nimeni. Dorește să-mi trimite un mesaj. WhatsApp, ia să vedem ce... Unde mă Constantin? Nu este Constantin.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose...
Mi pare reclama asta, nu știu ce...
And Beliar spoke to it.
Te referi la reclamă la YouTube sau ce anume, că nu înțeleg.
And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his
Acum vreau să... A, uite mă, aici trebuie să fie Constantino. Bă, da, era ușa aici. Constantino, Constantino. Să salvăm cu Constantino.
What do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
What the fuck?
Can I sell you?
If you have any to offer.
Show me your...
Ok, se pune mana pură. Ia. Am.
I'm looking to...
Really? And with whom we...
I want to...
With me? No! I have already... I invested several years. Go sign up with one of the other masters.
What will I have to do to become your apprentice?
I couldn't bear yet, and there is a multitude of herbs out there. used in... You probably don't even know half of them. Here. This is a list of... Bring me a plant of each kind, and I might reconsider taking you in as an... I want to... You have come... As far as I'm concerned...
Ok. Am eu care... Arată marfa, nu. Nu poți? Bun. Acum trebuie să ne ducem la... Ce mai e? Ăștia 4. Parcă ăștia erau toți. Influenceri. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 influenceri parcă sunt. Și cu ăsta 5, Constantin. Cred că ăștia sunt. Mama, la dacă mă duc la Vatra, stai să vorbesc ani de zile. Salut, Dopa.
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos. What can I do?
Aici am o scrisoare pentru tine.
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point, whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Tell me
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn.
And what did he tell?
He said you're in dire need.
Aha. So, you want to...
Da.
Tell me...
And why would I...
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the...
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise... But I know nothing about...
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come...
I carry an important message.
What is this message? Terrible thing.
Parcă nu trebuia să zic de Sardas. Trebuia să zic de Dragon, parcă.
No. Aha! And that is why...
I'm a former...
Good. You are a former who heard rumor that... And I think if you... I have...
And what about...
There.
Dragoni au venit.
A large...
Dragons?
Țadă mi-a zis.
Zard... The necromancer.
Fost condamnat.
I'm a
Good. Who has been... Therefore, I must... I want to give you a chance.
What must...
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone... If you want to join the ring...
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our... Only then can I begin to...
Eu să ne dea niște mineri. Am zis că nu-i pe Sleeper.
I have...
My ear... That...
Gothic 1. Am eliberat așa. Am făcut asta.
The number of people missing from the town. If you can explain to me what happened. However...
Yes?
You should take your message to the paladin. I consider it a matter of... talk to Lord...
Ok. Dar nu va primi...
But Lord...
Yes, he will. No doubt about it. Provided you be... The ring. We shall...
Bun. Care comunitate să intru?
What can...
There are only 3 communities. These are the city militia, the monastery of the
Ok, voi face asta. Despre acei oameni dispăruți. Am această tabliță de piatră.
Those are There are several kinds of... And that is the kind I shall give you.
Ok.
I've... Great! Here.
Mai multe.
I'm asking you, why should I give... I want to start an apprentice.
Go with the blood.
De găsi donații la Adon, mă poți învăța ceva despre aceea, spune-mi despre zei, mă poți vindeca, asta...
Wait, if you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do.
Ok. Aici e Valentino. Urât. Să vorbim cu el. Să trebuiască să-mi dea cineva.
And so he bade Enos to leave a part of his power in his realm so that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return.
Asta e Caragon. Da. Cum merg afacerile. Așa. Cineva fura de la tine.
Yep, some time ago.
Okay.
I heard that khorinis.
Okay, ce cu Valentino?
He's filthy rich, and whether you want to hit, he drinks a lot.
Are decât bere și vin, alcool, adică. Care nu ne interesează pe noi.
And he did not succeed.
Cum mergem aici?
But there, where Adanos stood,
mergem în piață, mai veni.
That's not what I heard.
Deci pe grec a ajuns în piață.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Cetatean, cetatean.
Don't tell this to anyone. And it's gonna get even worse.
Jora, așa, știi, unde mai uite.
What can I do for you? Are you seeking? Do you want to direct a prayer to our Lord?
Now that's typical.
Trebuie să vorbesc cu palatinii.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
I need...
Well, you need... And of course, to...
How can I become a...
You must join our order as an...
That's not what I heard.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
So, how much does...
Well...
Really
well,
interesting.
I bless you.
Who says things like that?
Ok, am făcut și asta. E unul care mă așteaptă. Nu mă aștept, nu vreau să vorbesc cu tine de acum. Nu vreau să te bag acum la închisoare și pe să te omor. Mai încolo, mai încolo.
Really? How interesting.
Who says things like that?
Am văzut la ăla cam la binecuvântare.
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as...
Așa, și o să mă duc să vânez cu unul. Să pot să mă bage la cetățeni și aproape am terminat. Pot să aproape...
How about... Has Vat... Yes. And yes, I did.
Mersi. Ok. Asta cred că e Pablo aici. Da, e Pablo. De bă, Pablo. Ăsta nu mai știu ce îmi face. Abolin. Și cu ăsta trebuie să merg. Bartok. Nu știu cât timp e. De a deveni cetățean. Ok. Cât timp a trecut? Sunt 54 de minute. Cred că vorbesc și cu ăsta. Stai să salvez. Dă predici. Adică e clar răzvăzător ăsta. Ce fel de tutun, bla 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 bla. Unde pot da tot unde mar?
Where can
I shall give you.
Mersi.
Can you make me?
My services are yours for it.
How much do you want?
For a poultry, but remember.
Okay.
Tell me about.
Oh, father of coins.
N-are bani, n-am bani. Da.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. From this moment onward,
Lord, the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis, and the wrath of the gods was with them.
O să vând ceva și 25 de colți, nu e mult.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
That was quite obvious. I've got my own opinion about that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
So why won't they listen to me?
Acum mai mult.
That's all just gossip.
Ce să-și puteți mai mult? Ce mai am mai mult aici?
Telling you anything new.
Unde mor? N-am ce face cu tot unde mor.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
That's all just gossip.
I'm not touching that.
But.
There's nothing you can do about it.
It can't go on like
Acum are armură să vând. Am vândut eu una. Armură. Ei, nu e armură, e îmbrăcăminte de cetățean.
In his wisdom did so.
Aș putea să mă... să învăț puțin din...
Tell me
Oh! Orcs. They are guarding an entry, an old tunnel, a valley of mines, men in shining armor. A magician. Your friend is with them. He is waiting for you. Fire! An attack! A mighty creature. What is that? A city. Ruins. Quarhodron in Jakandar. He is summoned. I'm sorry. Division is over. There's nothing.
Okay.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city...
How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing it, but when I'm done with them, every...
Okay. O poți întreba pe mine cu
Lord Andre, but that...
Hai să începem antrenamentul. Arme ușoare, pac. Bă. Ușor, 23. Bun, e bine. Și cam asta a fost. Acum încheiem și live-ul. Este așa, să vedem cum arată aici. E interesant. Okay.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Martial law is immediately declared in all cities and regions of the realm. All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the king's guards most severely. Every inhabitant of Khorinis who is guilty of a crime is to report immediately to Lord Andre.
Okay, și aici. Tot o căsuță la fel. Și pe aici ajung în oraș. Ok. Sezon Basset. Basset. Nu știu ce acolo. Vreau un subsol de bere, dar mai știam. Parcă văzusem sau în fin.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection.
Ne auzim, baftă.